Every day we pay for things like food and clothes. But have you ever thought about how we pay for these things? If you're a student watching this, then the answer is probably that you just swipe your ID and hope there's still money on it. But at some point, we'll all graduate and won't have access to our IDs. So besides cash and student IDs, what other ways are there to pay for things? This video is designed to teach everyone what ways you can pay for things so you can make a more informed decision for what works best for you, no matter your age or what financial knowledge you may have. The first topic on the list is the regular bank account. This is really the first step in taking control of your own finances. It is important for everyone to have because every other payment method is linked to your bank account somehow. A bank account, more specifically a checking account, gives you access to your funds, however much they may be, through a debit card or through checks, although the physical check is growing less and less popular. With interest rates so pitifully low, a savings account is really not necessary. A checking account, though, gives you access to all the modern payment options available today, including online bill pay and direct deposit, where employers can deposit paychecks directly into your account. To set up a bank account, you'll need your personal information, including your social security number, driver's license number, and some minimum opening balance, usually under $100. The fees associated with a bank account are usually not high and can often be waived if you meet certain balance or activity requirements. Be sure to shop around to find the one that best fits you and your needs. Take into account any fees associated, the services they offer, and how accessible they are to you. If you're unsure of anything, a service representative at your local bank should be able to help you. Next up is the credit card. Usually credit cards get a pretty bad reputation. That's simply because most people don't know how to use them effectively. The idea behind a credit card is twofold: to take advantage of rewards offered by the company and allow some flexibility in budgeting. Assuming you make sure to pay off your card at the end of every month, there's no reason not to have one. Often you can earn extra money back on purchases you would be making anyways. It's almost like free money. Where people go wrong is when they forget you have to pay off the card eventually. Then you get hit with interest payments, which average around 17%. Needless to say, this is not what you want to happen to you. If you know you're the kind of person without self-control or decent budgeting skills, you should probably stay away from credit cards. Assuming you're not in this category though, to apply for a credit card, you need to shop around as always. Look for the card that fits your needs, ideally one that has no annual fees and has some kind of cashback or rewards program. To get approved, creditors will look at your credit history, any payments you've made in the past, as well as how many credit applications you may have made, so try to do some research first and not apply for every card available. The next topic is mobile payment methods like Apple Pay and Samsung Pay. These programs, rather than being payment methods themselves, are ways to link up existing credit, debit, and rewards cards. These applications can make your existing payment methods even safer and more convenient. By storing all your cards in one place digitally, you don't have to fill your wallet up either. To use Apple Pay, you need a compatible iPhone, either a 6 or later version. Then you need to input information from your cards that you have, and you're good to go at any store that accepts near-field communication payments. Samsung Pay differs slightly though, because instead of using near-field communication technology that the iPhone uses, it can mimic the magnetic field that your physical cards usually have, and thus can be used nearly everywhere your cards themselves are accepted. Both of these systems are secured using fingerprint sensors and don't store physical card information on your device, for added security. Next, we have the applications on your phone. Besides the Samsung and Apple Pay options, which are restricted to certain newer flagship model phones, there are payment apps that are free to use and are getting more and more popular. Two of the leading brands are Venmo and Circle Pay. Like Apple Pay and Samsung Pay, they link up to your existing banking services, but where they differ is how and when you can use them. These apps are mainly for person-to-person transactions, like splitting checks between friends or paying someone for gas money. Basically, anytime you would normally have to track down one of your friends and get them to pay you back, these apps could be used. To use Venmo, you first have to set up an account with your email, password, and preferred banking source. To use debit cards and checking accounts, there's no fee to send or receive funds, but you will be charged 3% to send money using a credit card. Circle Pay is basically the same thing, however you're also able to send and receive funds from around the world, while Venmo is restricted to the US only. Both Venmo and Circle Pay claim security at or above the level of major banks, including encryption for all personal data. Another interesting feature with these applications is the social aspect. You can also friend people that you exchange money with often, and can see when they are paying each other for different things. This is possibly just another gimmick, but could grow into another popular social media platform as well. Finally, we have cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is probably something you may have heard of, but never fully understood how it works or how to use it. Explaining how it works is out of the scope of this video, but we will cover how and why someone would use Bitcoin. So to begin, people use Bitcoin for various reasons. These reasons include transaction fees as low as 0.005%, the fact that it's not run or managed by any central bank and cannot be taken away from you, as well as the fact that it can be as private as you want it to be. What this means is that while every transaction is recorded in the open source blockchain, no one knows who each wallet or transaction belongs to. So how do people go about using Bitcoin? Well, there are four basic steps to follow so you can responsibly use Bitcoin. The first is to have a basic understanding of how it works. Know how it was created, how the system is maintained, and any major news in the community that could affect your Bitcoin's value. Next, you have to choose a wallet that's right for you and your needs. Like credit cards and cash, Bitcoins are stored within virtual wallets. These virtual wallets all differ slightly, with some being a little more user friendly, while others are more technical and have increased security features. Coinbase is a web wallet with a simple design and a number of very useful features that make it excellent for beginners. You can send and receive Bitcoins via email and buy and sell them directly from Coinbase. There are many different wallets available though, so do some research to find the one that best fits your needs. The next step is to buy Bitcoins to use. To get Bitcoins to put in your wallet, you can either accept them from someone as payment, buy some off a friend, or buy them directly off an exchange. Just like with wallets, there are many different exchanges to choose from, and some do offer special deals for signing up with them, so be sure to check your options before you decide on which one to go with. And of course, the last step is to spend your Bitcoins. Now that you have your Bitcoins, you can spend them in an ever-growing number of places. If you're not sure exactly where to go spend them, there are helpful websites like usebitcoins.info that allow you to search the country for places that accept your Bitcoins. Companies like Dell, Microsoft, and Expedia are among those that now accept Bitcoins for payment. So to wrap up, while you may not yet be convinced to abandon your previous payment methods of choice for Bitcoin, you should at least have a better concept of how to use debit and credit cards, Apple Pay, Venmo, and even Bitcoin as well. With this information, you'll be better prepared when using any of these mentioned payment methods.